Hey friends! We are working on our Speedball Obliques today. I have never used one before and I am super excited. So I wanted you guys to go on this journey with me and we're gonna learn some stuff together. So we're gonna start by opening this up. And see where this takes us. So I've heard lots of things about, like, once you get used to working with an oblique, immediately ditch your plastic oblique and go to a wood one. And because I've never used an oblique, I'm obviously just starting with one of the cheaper ones that I saw that had lots of different options so that I can kind of see what I like and find a style that's, that's gonna be mine. And from there I'll work on whether or not I want to get something more expensive down the road. So I've heard that there are lots of different ways that these nibs can be cleaned before you use them. I've heard that because the manufacturer puts like a coating on it because it's steel and they don't want it to rust, that you need to make sure you get that coating off before you start. So I'm just going to go through and just clean all the nibs, and then that way when I'm practicing with them I don't really need to worry about stopping in between every one. So I've heard lots of things about the different kind of inks that you should get and that you should use. I'm just using what I have around the house. So I'm gonna try this Waterman Paris Serenity Blue ink, and we're just gonna kind of test it out and see what this can do. So like I said, I'm completely new at this. I have no clue what I'm doing. Well, I have a couple clues on what I'm doing, but we're just gonna kind of go about this and learn together. So I've heard that when I do this, I need to hold my pen at a 45-degree angle, which I'm not really sure what that is. I'm kind of looking at a couple line graphs over on the side over here to kind of get an idea of what I think it's supposed to look like and kind of how it's supposed to go along. But I really just want to see what this ink is going to do and kind of see like how wide I can get it to go before I start. So I've heard that you just want to dip it in so that it's just going above the little hole. I think it's called the vent. Because that's where it's going to hold the ink at. And again, I've never done this before, so let's see what it can do. Okay. Ooh, these are some really nice lines. Just dip it back in. Go back over there again. So it's looking like the harder I press, the more flow we're getting, and with that more flow, the less lines I can do. So that seems to make a lot of sense, but just thought I'd throw it out there for in case anyone was like, I'm getting a whole lot of ink lines for that. So I'm really liking how this is slanted like this. I wasn't sure if I would or not. I heard that it's really good for your hands, just so that it doesn't put so much pressure on them as you're writing, and that you can kind of go a little bit longer. So we're going to kind of see what we can do with this. And it says that I'm supposed to be moving my whole arm and not rearranging my hands and my fingers a whole lot. So we're just going to move all this stuff kind of up and out of the way and just see kind of how this is going to move. And then I'm just using this really cute little travel case that I got at Michael's on clearance. This is not what this paper is meant for. I know that I need to really get some smooth paper that isn't going to stick and get caught on the nib. But again, I'm new, so I'm just kind of practicing, just getting to feel what the pen can do and what I can do with it. So I'm really liking how this is setting. really hope I'm not the only person who hates that scratchy sound. I know lots of people think it's like fun and exciting, but I'm not that kind of person. So now that we've got an idea of what this one can do, we're gonna switch out to another one. I'm gonna write down what each of these are as I can see them. And this looks like it is a 0. According to the tip, that looks like it's a 0. And we're gonna get this one. Oh, this one says it's a 0 too. Oh, never mind. This is 10. Just can't see it because of the little light in here, which I have a lot of light, so I'm not really sure why I'm having such a hard time seeing it. This one says 10 too. Alright, so I guess I have no idea what the difference on these are. I'll have to look it up online to see what the different sizes of these flanges are. That one did not hold a lot at all. This one is coming out much thicker, which it's a bigger time. So that makes sense. See, and I can always see, well, not always, I've only been doing this for like 5 minutes, but I can see right before it's gonna run out, because it puts like a little bubble on there. And I knew that that was going to happen because I could see where the tines were pulling apart. Go. Try a curly Q just to see. Oops, that did not go well. Let's see if I can move over a little bit. That one is not doing anything, and I can see that there's lots of ink. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. If any of you have done oblique calligraphy before, let me know why this isn't working. Let me know if it's just my paper is too rough, so if it's not meant for swirling, or if I'm holding my pen wrong. Yeah, it definitely just does not want to do that upstroke. It's definitely my paper. So at least I know it's not the nasty, because you can see that there's plenty of ink in this. Like plenty. There's no reason why it should be skipping like that, other than the fact that I don't have good paper. Or maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. It just doesn't want to do it. I really liked how thick those lines were. And I'm obviously not showing you guys as I'm doing this, as I'm going about it, but I am wiping off the nib when I'm done with it, just because you don't want to leave ink on your nib. It's really bad for it, I've been told. And then I don't know if you're seeing it, but I'm making sure that as I'm sticking this in the inkwell that I'm going right to just to that little vent hole. I'm not going any further. I'm not going up all the way here, because if moisture gets in there, it's not gonna stay good for long. I'm having a bit of a harder time getting this one in because it is so tiny that I'm having to go back into the inkwell a little bit more often. And this is one of those times where I have heard that you can get inkwells that will sit just in, that will just sit sideways, or you can get them custom made. And then I hope you're not a fan of being clean, because you're just gonna get dirty as you're going about this, especially when you're learning. Again, I know I'm talking like I've done this before. I haven't, but I'm gonna try and sound like I know what I'm talking about, just for the sake of, you know, not looking like a total noob. And then it's really nice that Speedball does give you 6 different nibs to try out right away. I think we got this set for $11. On jet pens, I saw it for I think 10 on Amazon. I know that you can find them around different places. And again, I think that just for learning how to do it, that's like $10 is a solid investment. I know that I had wanted to get a more expensive set just off the bat because I wanted to really make myself do it, and I know that if I spent the money, then I would be a little more invested in doing it. But again, it's one of those things where it's just like, what if I hate it? And then I spent all that money on it. So, kind of followed everybody's advice and went along with just, you know, get this cheap little set. If you do it, if you like it, then, you know, invest some more in it and kind of see where the nicer ones will take you. And so that's what I'm doing. I really wish that I could see what the different sizes were on these nibs. I'll look it up later and I'll post it down in the description, or if you know what the sizes are, go ahead and just post it in the comments. So far this was really fun. I'm enjoying the feel of this. I do a lot of hand lettering, a little bit of brush calligraphy. I'm working on hand lettering on Procreate has been my go-to lately, and it's so nice because if you mess up, you can just automatically just double tap, delete, it's gone, which is really nice when you're working on a piece because you can change the layout. But it's also one of those things where, you know, it's nice to have that handmade feeling, and you know, you can't really get that when it's a digital piece. You know, it's not really something I can send my grandma in the mail for her birthday and be like, happy birthday, and she'll be like, what is this thing? So, and I know that like every day feels like Christmas when I get something in the mail, and I just want to be able to give that to other people as well. And again, these little flanges, nibs, these little nibs, I'm having a really hard time with this inkwell. So I might try a different inkwell that's a little bit shallower, because I think that maybe I'm just not getting enough ink on there. I thought I was. It looks like I am, but I don't know why it's not coming off. I might just need to clean the little ones a little bit better. I need to just stick them under the heat for another minute, just to try something new. So I am going to switch to a new ink, and I'm going to try a couple little practice things on some tracing paper. So I'll see you guys in a couple minutes, and we're going to try a new ink and tracing paper. Okay, you ready?
Am I ready? I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Did you just clap sync for no reason?
Yeah.